man-for-man stronger players. And Dust2 is a map that will... It'd be very hard to play, I think, a team like Luminosity. I just wonder if they sort of question themselves too much.
I think it's going to be very interesting to see just how Scream, Shoxy, these kinds of players perform. Smiths has always been good with the AWP on this map, and so there's a lot riding on it for them, and now we have to see if Scream can maintain this kind of level going forward and actually secure a title. That's what we're going to find out soon here as FNX, well, the short smoke goes down onto the headshot box, and FNX just putting some shots through, hoping to get lucky there, but now Luminosity fall back.
To start off with, forcing FNX into CT spawn. Cold Sierra gonna go down. Scream, a blind shot through the smoke to drop it, and Taco alone in this bomb site. He's flashed, he's overwhelmed. They charge the bomb site, and Fallen and Fur, what could they possibly do? They have a good idea checking that corner, but you're not gonna be retaking in a 2-on-5 like this. I mean, you really don't want to save in a pistol round, but you have armor. It might even be worth it not to go for it.
I love how aggressive this pistol round is from G2. Just right off the bat, just setting the tone. Luminosity, after the first, down 2-1, the verge of like just losing this grand finals, and you bust out this kind of a tactic, just a group rush out mid essentially.
He's out of bullets. He's like no bullets left. Oh, Fallen. Oh, that's not a good way to end it for picking up a good kill, but...
Well, you have to wonder if,
what a struggle.
If it all just like falls into place so neatly, because you're right to point it out. They force the man into CT, so there's that crossfire that's established right from Luminosity, where one is on CT side, one is over on V slope, and they're looking to just pinch in on anybody who's coming through those mid doors. But G2, they flash their way through, they force the guy back into CT, the smoke goes off, so then that guy's just on the wrong side of that smoke, and then they can just fully focus on the man on V slope. It's almost as if like all the pieces of the puzzle just fell together perfectly for G2 in that round, where they can then just collapse onto the site. Whoa. That was close. Fallen is so scary with the scout.
Yeah, and well, Smith actually wins that duel, but they might not even give him a chance to do anything with the scout. If this is just a very heavy B hit, Taco's the only one here, and he gets dropped by Scream immediately. So now Fallen has to do something crazy.
Oh, well, there's one tag onto Scream. If he can get the follow-up, that would be pretty sick, but they're already ready and waiting for him to go for the push, and there's Scream with the dunk nade. Starts off strong.
This is so cool as well, because they knew he'd be jumping over the wall, then they were ready for it. I bet you if Fallen had made that jump, he would have got shot in the face immediately, because they were not just looking at the window, they were looking a bit over the wall as well. So some heads-up play coming out for FNX. Not really a lot that they can do here. So G2 off to a good start early in this game. And again, just to remind everyone, they do have a 2-1 map lead. They win this map, they win the grand finals. And I don't think anyone could have predicted that. Even if you look at the group standings during the actual league sort of playoff, this was unexpected. Are they really going to go for a knife here? It almost looked like it. But it will be just a 1 kill for FNX.
I think in such convincing fashion as well for G2 if they were to win this one. I mean, for them to take overpass, that's insane to think about. And then Cobble after that, just a good match. And then here on Dust2, I mean, they've did the pieces that gave themselves such a huge advantage coming into this map now. So it's just about completing it.
Yeah, things almost started to get sane again with Train. But G2 even put up a fight there. So, I mean, it's been nothing but a long battle here for Luminosity. Marathon match. What is it, the snake? What are they cheering at?
Yeah, I'm wondering too. I'm getting a bit nervous now. Shox, not nervous at all, just charging in here with a Mac-10, picking up 2 kills, and he will fall, but it doesn't matter. He got what he wanted out of it. And the fact that he's now killed 2 and seen a 3rd over at A-Long means they could do whatever they want here, and it will be absolutely no risk to them worrying about any kind of a stack somewhere else. And walking into the B-bomb site seems to be the flavor early on in this half here for G2.
I love seeing RPK tap with the back 10 as well. He's like one of the only guys who does that. What a play from Fallen, though, and he gets the point-blank headshot as well on Scream. So getting a little bit too close for comfort there. But Fur lurking in the smoke, and Scream will find another headshot. 3 kills for Scream. And Scream, I mean, this is nuts. He's 7-0-0 right now. Reverse James Bond.
This has been just a monster series out of him. If they end up winning this, I mean, he's making an insane case to be the MVP of G2 in these finals. And this has just been an unbelievable performance. Over 30 kills on 2 maps in a row. He even did good on Overpass. He didn't have the 30 that Shox did, but still a very strong performance now. I mean, Luminosity has to get on the board. They need to stop this momentum. They cannot get bogged down in rounds in this kind of a setting, especially because the CT side is their better side. It's their T side where they really struggle.
What? Scream! Is this real? He's gonna go for the follow-up, but after that, there's almost no topping it. He will get another kill.
What is that? What could you say if you're FNX?
Hey, right, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what you do say. FNX, the gentleman, he has to acknowledge greatness when he sees it. Holy hell.
That's when Scream becomes just like psychological warfare. You're just like, I can't win. I can't do anything against this guy if he's hitting shots like that.
What a grotesque way to start a round.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's sick. All right, we're getting there.
These
we're getting
guys
there.
have built a massive snake in this venue. Well played indeed.
Keep it going, guys.
Obviously,
Still got a map.
just a little bit more. It can handle more. You guys probably can't see, but maybe we'll get a shot of it later on. We do have a 2-on-2. The round is obviously over right now. Luminosity just trying to save whatever they can, which they will be successful in. AWP and M4. I will say this, though. I do think still the CT side of this map is a bit harder to play than the T side. So, I mean, I think Luminosity still have some time to play with. This is just so insane, isn't it?
And then he gets the second kill as well, going up to the bomb site. I mean, that kind of got lost in all the excitement, the craziness, but what a couple of kills out of Scream in that round. The issue is, yeah, you could be right. You could be right a little bit, but for Luminosity, at least, that one isolated team, it is their T side where they get bogged down. They don't really know what they want to do. And look at this, the timing's not even working out for LG. Fallen's got to be so upset. Shox gets that opening kill. It's traded off, trying to get into this B bomb site, and they're going to do it.
Yeah, well done there, actually. This teammate staying right behind him, giving him the support necessary, and Shox gets both kills to open up the B site, and they just keep going to B. G2, they aren't going to change up until Luminosity teach them to do otherwise. And so just another, I mean, they're set up perfectly now to just rack up 5 rounds. A fantastic lead for G2. A pretty solid economy going forward. And well, just one hell of a battle here for Luminosity.
And honestly, that B-bomb side is so weak for so many teams now, I feel like. There are so many teams, even top teams, that struggle holding the B-bomb side. And it's because you almost have to risk a lot of the rest of the map if you want to be sure you can defend B. And that's not always worth it. FNX with a good partying kill there on Scream, so at least putting them just a little bit in their place. But obviously, it will be 5-0 here. G2 coming out in style early on here in the 4th map.
Oh, Smiths. Don't die. Don't just sack the AWP. And they will both survive. Okay, so there is at least that. The AWP still survives another round. It's going to be passed off to Cold, and Luminosity going for the big guns. Straight up double op right out the gates. And so now we have to see if they're actually going to be able to make this work, because the double op setup can be so powerful on the CT side of Dust2. We've seen it just wreck teams in the past.
Yeah, but if it fails here, then LG has got to be just feeling like, what do we do next? What do we attempt? Look at RPK. He could have the angle around this corner, and he does. He gets the first kill, and a second, and a third kill, RPK!
They stood no chance. Taco trying to defend the cross here. Cold is there as well. Does pick up 2 strong kills, but in the middle. Oh, close range. Shock's going to be taking him out. And with that kind of beginning for RPK, how do you follow it up? They were all at long. I mean, they're supposed to have a big advantage in this kind of a setup.
Oh, it's a thing of beauty. The follow-up on Fallen. But this all-out aggression coming in from G2. It is so cool to watch. They aren't taking their time. They're just going straight out, battling G2, and another tag coming in from Smith. So Fallen is already low. He's only got 20 HP, so he has to be careful with how he peeks.
Well, you were bringing up the term bullying when we were watching Cobblestone, but this is madness right now. G2 are not giving Luminosity any chance to get any kind of a foothold here in the first half. They have no round they can look back at and say, well, at least this worked. Let's try and replay that.
I mean, this is just like the moment. They're feeling it now, because this momentum that G2 has, all the pressure that's been put on. You know, you think of that Scream 1 tap, everything has gone against Luminosity in this game, and this is when, as players, no matter how disciplined you are, this is where that pressure really makes you feel like you're going to start getting disorganized, because no one can win a fight, because they're all mentally just getting beaten up round after round, and this is where that communication starts to slip a little bit.
Well, Cold is covering the drop here, and it's a good position. They do have a couple of smokes going in as well, but not quite going to cover him. Molotov's not going to do anything either. Cold missing what seemed to be a easy shot. He will get the follow-up on Scream, though, and that's a good start here. Luminosity trying to do something. UMP doing massive damage as well. Smiths and Body very low on health, and it's going to be FNX to take a kill. Taco as well, and finally something working out here for the Brazilian side.
They need to get out there, and there we go. That's the kind of kill that needs to happen. RPK will pick off Fur. Smoke goes down to block off coldzera, who's still holding long with that AWP, but then Fallen peeks his head up and takes out RPK, so it's all down to Body. The young gun, 10 HP on him in a 1v3, and Luminosity taking all of their time. They have a single kit, but it won't be necessary in the end. Taco will find the headshot. Plenty of time left to defuse. So Luminosity, with that, they're on the board, and it happens when G2 try and change up their game. So now this is where the mind games start to come into it. Do G2 go back to B site, or do they try and change up and go out aggressive long again?
I think they go back towards the B site, but I think they do it with a mid to B split. I think with a double op setup, that op inside the B bomb site, if you can put pressure on it from 2 different angles, it's so unwieldy, and having to you really have to guess which angle's coming next, and you have to have the perfect read. I mean, that can fall so quickly in the B bomb site if it's just an op there trying to decide which way.
Well, Scream is quieted down a little bit, 10-0-4 now. So we'll see, but yeah, look at this. 4 players going straight to Upper Dark right off the bat. Not wasting any time at all here, G2. Anti-rush nades are in play, however, for Luminosity. They have the economy, so they do have it. But Cold has got the angle with the AWP already. No smoke to block him off just yet, so we'll see. G2, they're going to have to start committing some nades to this take if they want to make it happen.
Oh, smoke going up. I don't think they're going to respect it. They run through and Cold. He doesn't know. He just assumes they wouldn't be mad enough, but they were. They're in the bomb site, and now he's realizing, and that might have been just a second too late. They have smokes and Molotovs to make this cross easy for them. Molotov actually fails up in the window, so that's a bit of a mess up there. And LG looking for a full retake here. The bomb is going to go down. G2 just reading this play so incredibly well. Cold not going to hit the jumping AWP shot. Counter Molotovs coming out there and actually doing a lot of damage to Smiths, but this is just already taking such a long time. Smiths is still alive up on this plateau, and now he's replying with some fire. Gonna be taking down coldzera, and Luminosity, they need this round, but they're gonna have to fall back. I can't see them doing it.
That's insanity. How many times do you see a 5-on-5 retake, and even Body chiming in now? They're whittling down this attack. Looks like LG will at least get away with both ops, but that's exactly it. Cole just throws that smoke and is playing a little bit of chicken where he's like, there's no way they run through this. There's no way they do it. He leaves the B bomb site wide open.
That's going to be kicking. He's just going to be kicking himself right now. Cold, far from the top of the scoreboard where we're used to seeing him as well. So he needs things to start going right so that he can get his head in the game and start letting, getting those big frags. The chant begins for G2. Cold, don't leave Fallen hanging. Don't leave. Yeah, there we go. A little bit delayed, but.
I mean, LG, if they don't win this round, this half is just going to spiral completely out of control. And they've already had a very bad half. Smiths is going to try and start things out. At least he gets away.
Yeah, that was way too close. Surprising. Yeah, looked like he was in, considering he had missed the flash as well.
Sometimes the easiest shots just are really difficult to hit, because that should have been sort of a routine kill, but a little bit working out in favor of Luminosity, and they need it very badly right now. Looks like Fallen is going to be pushing upper, and RPK's up here waiting for it. I love this play by Fallen, though. I think it's about time that LG try and take just a little bit of control back. So looks like it could even be working out. If he gets around the corner and looks and sees nobody, even that alone is such a lot of information, but are G2 going to come back for him? Because that could be dangerous.
Who's going to win this game of chicken? RPK walks right into Fallen. Good patience there demonstrated by the Brazilian in-game leader. And Taco, he's got the flash to try and slow this push down. And pre-fire from him. He's flashed white. And they're just going to press into the site. Body picks up one, but Fallen strikes out, takes another. Somehow, Luminosity still doing damage to G2 as G2 push onto the site.
I wonder if Taco didn't want to go aggressive. Body's here taking down Fur, and it is going to be a 2-on-2 now with the bomb down. And Luminosity, they kind of have to fight for it here. They certainly have the kit, and they have the health for it as well. And it won't be easy. They're both covering upper right now, G2. And that in itself is a mind game. Luminosity, they're going to be checking the whole bomb site to find the second player when they see the first one. Smith's taking the fight here with the AWP, not quite going to get it. And now they're looking everywhere else. The bomb's still in there. No one's defusing it. They don't realize Body's here. He comes out, takes the look. Oh, coldzera. Great triple kill for him. And with the kit in play, they will have just enough time for the defuse here. And Luminosity gonna win the round. I think Taco wanted to peek out the doors, but then the counter grenade came in and just screwed it up for him.
Completely, he wanted to take the fight, considering Fallen had picked off the man, and he didn't see anybody upper either, Fallen, after that first kill on RPK, right? So Taco thinking he wanted to just try and, you know, slap G2 in the face. G2, they still have such a strong economy, and now that it's G2 who are deciding to change things up. Maybe this is based off of spawn. Shox, he's going straight into Upper Dark with this AWP. Is he gonna get the angle in time? The flash, though, perfectly timed to give coldzera the advantage.
Look at Fur in the middle and Fallen pushing up there. Oh, shot comes out. And Smith's dead before he hits the ground. Fur pushing up as well, taking out Body. And this is LG sending a very clear message right now to all of us that they want to get back in control of this game.
Well, they also want to deny G2's control of this game. They're saying, we've had enough of you having all this map control, able to be aggressive wherever you choose to. We're going to start aggressively pushing. We're going to deny you, or you're going to have to at least fight for everything you get. Instead of us sitting back and waiting for the hit to come in, we're going to bring it to you. It's a very, very strong response, up 5-3 into this round, and they're finally starting to dwindle away the money that G2 has built up. I believe they'll have one more buy round in them, but it's starting to fade.
It's going to be back and forth. I'm curious to see if RPK will ever walk out there and give coldzera that shot, or if it's going to be Scream instead who takes that fight. Might just happen here. They're going to walk in, and it was almost a 2-for-1. So close. But RPK, he goes down. Now it's up to Scream and Shoxy in a 2v5. And Shox hasn't been given any targets just yet. FNX still patiently holding it long, not giving him any shots.
It'd be a really tough flick for Shox to hit when he walks out here. This is an uncommon position, so there's no way he's going to be pre-aiming it. Just going to have to rely on the flicks here. It's 25 seconds as well in a 2-on-5, and oh, he does get the shot. He does drop very low, and it's still an almost unwinnable round here. They could do some real damage to Luminosity if they pick up just another couple of kills. Jump comes in, Scream. Not quite quick enough this time with the AK, and he's running out of time. Shox picking up a kill on Fallen. 9 seconds as they go for the plant all the way behind the box here. Now it's a 3 versus 2. Shox playing at the edge of the smoke here. Scream hits one shot, goes for another one. He's finally going to go down, and now 1-on-2. Shox missing a kill, and Taco to close out the round, but that was so expensive for them.
2-on-5 that G2 brings into a 2-on-2. That's very scary. Shox with very nice shots with that AWP. You could see a world with Scream after he gets that bomb planted inside the site, able to land that shot, that headshot on Catwalk, and then just move forward with it. But with that plant, this is the big thing. I said there might be one more buy. It would have been a little bit sketchy, but with that plant, it's going to be a very solid. They might not have an AWP, but they have 5 AKs. They have all the utility they could want.
Actually, Smith had the money for an AWP. He likes to go for the AK with nades instead.
That just says fast-paced and aggressive, right?
Yeah, it does. But so far it's a default T-split, just trying to control upper dark and also middle and long. So really no risks taken just yet, but once they find the right timing, could finally be seeing that mid B-split push that we were talking about.
That would be interesting. Similar to what we saw in the pistol round, I would like to see that again in play. You know, get control, force the man back in CT, get that smoke down, and then look to split on the site. Taco and Fallen, though, really are just playing from the site, though. They're playing very safe right now. And instead, it's G2 kind of going through the motions. RPK, he's cleared out Upper Dark. Now Smith takes point to clear out Catwalk. And Shox is still camping outside of Long. So they have everything they need now.
Shox is just being used to throw his smoke flashbangs just to pull the Opera away, just the attention for half a second. And it's going to work. He's blind, he's out towards Long, but the main hit is on Catwalk.
And now they have to go. G2, they're getting bogged down a little bit. If coldzera gets back in position here, it's not going to work, but the flashes go out, and now Cold knows he's giving it up, and they have to focus on Long at this point. It's all about Cold staying alive. He's still got the angle, but that smoke is blocking him. Although, as I say that, what?
Did he get that shot through?
I'm wondering where the smoke was covering the site entirely.
Well, Shox in the middle, I think is going to be the key player, and he picks up Fur, and that's so big now. The rest of Luminosity know if they try and retake through CT spawn, Shox is going to be there behind them at some point. This is going to be such a strain on their retake. Shox trying to see if he can maybe peek the middle here against Fallen, but he goes down. FNX with a shot, with a double kill, in fact, and now all on Body here. The bomb is planted for him, but this is going to be a really tough defense. He's by Gandalf, just trying to stay alive, 1-on-3, and they're getting ever closer. He picks up the 1 kill, but the Fallen jump shot comes through. And it's going to be a defense and a defuse here. Luminosity making it to 4-7.
So much faith Fallen has in his teammates to get that rotate that he can just hold the double doors and protect their back from Shox. I mean, so much faith in them to be able to have success. And it works out perfectly. That was really the only winning recipe, because you're right. I mean, Shox was just it was a ticking bomb there. Whenever he chose to flank, that was going to be so effective. So Fallen had to be patient, had to sit back, but we're not done yet, because G2 buying right back up into this one with that plant, with a losing bonus building up, more than willing to buy into this.
Now it's getting scary because Luminosity are actually chaining some rounds together. So that's going to be giving them some confidence going forward as well. 4 rounds for Luminosity, 7 for G2. And G2 this time around, they're looking like they're playing very passively already. They seem to want to go ahead and take the fight outside along eventually here. It's worked for them in the past. I mean, obviously with the RPK round. So we'll see if they can reproduce that.
I mean, you can see how effective Luminosity's defense is when it gets rolling. This is why those first, like that first run from G2 is so effective.
And look at this mind game coming out from Luminosity. Now Fallen, he's predicting the B split. They've got 3 players over there. It's all going to be down to Fur and Cold now to hold the line. And Scream opens it up, rips Fur's head off, and now can Cold make the magic happen?
He's in the smoke with an AWP on long. There should be no way he can get more than just a single kill here, but he's actually hiding inside, just trying to play the edge of it. They're going to fall back. He must have heard that. He knows already, so now they can actually go back and try and see if they can defend over at B. This is almost unreal. A complete accident that Cold is that close and can hear them might give Luminosity a bit of an edge, even if they're a man down.
FNX is being thorough right now. He's clearing out Catwalk soon. Luminosity will have all the information necessary, although they have given up the site. Fallen is close enough to rotate back into window.
Shots. Is he going to get shot in the back? It's so close. He does make it out now. Fallen, the only man in sight, and they still get caught. Fallen out in the open. Shots running straight in. Gets the AK out, but not in time. FNX will take him out now. Body in upper dark, and Taco jumping around the corner. Still wins that fight with the AK. This is no longer Counter-Strike. They're just playing a mad game right now. And it finally slows down a bit for a 3-on-3 retake, which definitely does not favor Luminosity. This would require some very serious individual performances for the remaining members of LG to try and get this back. FNX is in. There's the first pick. They try and run up right now. Taco picks up a kill now. It's all on Scream. 1-on-2. Bomb is down, and he can't get it done. Cold Sierra will pick up the kill, and it will be a defuse. 5-7. This is just an insane round that we've seen.
How does that happen? The retake. 3-on-3. They don't even use their flashes. He just comes in through the window. It's that kill from Taco that really opens things up. That jumping kill. He gets brought down to about 1 HP.
Yeah, that's Taco surviving shocks and body. Yeah. Basically the MVP of that round right now for Luminosity, because then he even goes so far as to get another kill on top of that when G2 are looking to defend the site. This is insane. And now, well, G2, what can you do? They've actually completely given up mid, interestingly enough. Shocks, Body, and Scream making their way in, and they're just looking to completely change the pace up here. Luminosity are prepared for a B split. They have FNX holding mid, and Cold is fairly passive himself.
They're trying to get this mid take, and that's going to be the perfect start. I thought maybe the grenade would block them once again, but Shocks picks up one. Cold comes back, but he's going to go down. Body with a straight shot to the face, and Taco here, he's being surrounded as well. And G2, after losing a lot of rounds in a row, they're going to be right back in it here. And that's the mid to B split that we were talking about for such a long time. This time it's perfect.
Look at this. Every round that Luminosity won has been a defuse. G2 is having so much success in this half. Yeah. They've won 4 rounds by the bomb explosion. They've had the bomb planted 5 times that Luminosity had to retake it. They've kept the money low this whole time. This is incredible that they've been this much access to the bomb sites.
That's the salient point to make, actually, that the money is just so low. Actually, the last 4 rounds, it's only been 2 players from Luminosity surviving. So, I mean, they just have no bank to fall back on, Luminosity. They really do need to keep both of these rifles alive to have something to fight with in the next round. Otherwise, it's just flat pistols across the board.
They might need to just save next round and hope these two weapons can do something miraculous.
They did it once already, right? So, I mean, 13 now into the 14th round. 8 rounds on the board now for G2, Luminosity with 5. And while G2, I mean, do they show any respect? Or are they just like, hey, you know, we know we saved 2 guns last round, but we're still just going to take the fight straight to you here?
I do something fast-paced.
Yeah, Smith, look at Smith's spawn. Does he want to go try and get into B? Shocks attempted it. Yeah, he is going to get the angle. Cold on the site now, and now that Smith has this angle, there's no flash here to help Cold out. So he has to play it very carefully.
How could he possibly hold this in the sight? The answer is that he cannot. Cold is going to be going down. Fallen, no scope, close range, takes out Scream. And now they're putting up the smokes. They don't want to sacrifice any more players to Fallen. And he's going to want to get up in the window here, try and see if he can maybe take another shot. He runs into the Molotov just to try and see if he can mind game them. And it's a 4-on-4 with the bomb down. And they're all running up a dark here. But Shocks is in such a good position. Going to take the first, goes for the second, sprays. Look for the third, and Smith's there to help out. And it will be Fallen alone running away. G2 winning a 9th round here and making a very good first half for themselves so far.
Oof. Just the parting shot there from Fallen. Lets RPK know not to come after him. And really, G2, despite winning all these rounds, they don't have a sick bank. Although obviously they're going into the next round, but they should be able to full buy so long as they don't lose somebody else. little bit scary here, but it does look like they won't be able to close in. So he's making it so expensive for them. Fallen still alive, but not for long. Shoxy will find him, and they save the op for Smith. So success for G2.
That's a sick chase down. That was so important to get that op out of Fallen's hands. Otherwise, there's a double op setup they're going against. This is much more manageable.
2 FAMAS's M4. What can Fallen get? Yeah, man, this is just scraping the bottom of the barrel as far as Luminosity are concerned. Again, low on nades, and again a tag from Smith. What a fantastic shot. Cold down to 35 at the beginning of the round without having seen anybody.
He's been very consistent, but LG going back to something that worked earlier, which is the aggressive push, and Fur goes down. Smith just this time, he sees it coming. They're pushing up long in the meantime, and Scream comes strolling in with a headshot on Fallen. FNX trying to get into a better position. Cold can actually help him getting the cross frag, but Taco's gone down. 2 versus 4, and FNX would have to pull a miracle to stay alive here with just the FAMAS in hand. Body coming around the corner. Oh, they line up! It's going to be a team kill in there as well. Cole taking out one, and now Smith alone in a 1-on-2, trying to push up there, looking for the shot elevator. He is half HP. The bomb is out on long though, and what a ridiculous way to turn this round on its back. Just lining up, and a team kill. Smith's here. Gonna have to try and see if he can get the counter clutch in. Getting the bomb down, Molotov reigns in, and he does, and Luminosity, they're gonna win the 15th round. What a way to end it. And no summits here. Stay away from the fire. Just leave it alone.
You got all the time in the world, right? FNX survives that round with 3 HP as well.
I don't even know if it was FNX pulling a miracle or just divine intervention and just said, yep, you're just gonna win that.
Shoxy feeling generous. One of those was a team kill on A slope.
Yeah. I mean,
wow.
Those last like 5 or 6 rounds of this half just turned into a boxing match. It was like Luminosity was just like, all right, the standard, the good Counter-Strike isn't working. We're just going to sink down to your level and just start jumping around. The retake that Taco had on the B tunnels.
Oh.
Yeah, that was ridiculous, wasn't it? My God, what a fight this has been already. And everything is on the line, especially for Luminosity. They are down a map, so if G2 could find another 7 rounds here on the second half, then they'll walk away with the victory here at the Grand Finals of the ESL Pro League. Can't believe I'm saying that.
Oh, this has been a stunning run.
Exactly, especially when it's Luminosity. It's been so long, but
Just take a moment and listen to this crowd. They have been cheering, and the cheers have actually turned so many people now cheering for G2. I think they've convinced a lot of people that they deserve to be here, because there was even some question about that, even qualifying for all of this. Right now, they're 7 rounds away from taking the Grand Finals here in a 3-1 fashion, but it is not over yet. 9-6 is still a very open scoreline. And Luminosity, they don't bend so easily, so we're going to have to find out here. Welcome once again to the ESL Pro League Grand Finals, the second half of the 4th map.
And straight into the pistol we go. 9 rounds on the board for G2, and aggression straight up. Scream. Nobody there to back him, nobody there to help. Instead, he's going to catch a man, try to set up a smoke. Good night, coldzera. It's time for a nap. Let the boys do the work, and Fur is going to be there to save the day and bring it back.
That's going to put you on tilt, but now they're rushing down Shox. He has to hit some great shots here, and he's out in the open. Not going to make it work. Taco instead, and now up in the window. Body sent flying. That was head over heels, and now RPK and Smiths are left in. What can you do? Again, it's almost a similar situation as what happened on the first pistol. You can't really expect to retake this 2-on-4.
No, not at all, especially when you're starting so far away. Smiths has already been spotted. 2 members in halls. Taco's just going to bait him right into Fallen, and it's going to be easy. Or is it? Smith turns around at the right moment, but there's Taco. Pissed around to Luminosity.
And just like G2, no fear, all-out aggression. Just take the fight to him. Don't let him get comfortable. Take control of the map, of the pace. That's the whole point of the T side. You're the one who decides what happens next. And so G2, they tried with Scream. There was something there, but just the fact that he got caught out in mid, not able to fall back safely, just sparked everything for Luminosity.
And he should probably have known that that exact smoke was a setup for headshot, which you could have probably expected someone was going to be lower. But he did not have a lot of time to make that call.
Yeah, or that, or have a second teammate on catwalk waiting for that, so you at least have 2 players firing into lower B tunnels. It's a nice flash. Body had an opportunity, but it doesn't work out.
A little bit of damage put into Fur here, and they're sneaking out long instead, and Smiths and RPK are not in great positions to try and stop this from happening. There's going to be a smoke to cover the cross. They even use Molotov to check out the car there. They're trying to be real safe right now, LG, and I can appreciate that.
Absolutely. They do not want this to turn into another brawl like it did on Cobblestone, where it's just back and forth. And so they will be able to work their way up. A slope, nice blind shots coming out from Taco, dropping him low, and it's just aggression again coming in from G2, trying to charge through that smoke, and there will be a fight from Shox. Somehow he picks up 2 kills, and we're into a 2-on-2 with the bomb dropped on the site.
Wow, a little bit too much tunnel vision then. Everyone looking at the player that was up on the catwalk instead of worrying about the smoke. No one was covering smoke then, and that is not acceptable. But great shot from Fallen here, making it a triple for himself, and now Shox. No head armor, just a 5.7 here. And they can't get a quick shot on Fur to take him out. And the 5.7 is a powerful pistol, so they can't give anything away. But the bomb has been picked up here, and now it turns from difficult to almost impossible as the bomb goes down. This is going to be very tough here. Shox goes down, and Fallen with a quad kill.
Fallen is kind of the one, you know, the captain of Luminosity that steps up when everyone else is very, very quiet. So I expect him in the second half to start things out, trying to be as assertive as possible, trying to be the one that makes things happen. Because the rest of his team, once again, they need to wake up a little bit.
I think most of G2 right now, they kind of need to be waking up as well. I mean, Shox is caught up to Scream. Scream got most of his frags at the beginning of the first half. He definitely cooled off towards the end of the second. And while Cold is going to catch out Smiths, FNX will take out Body, and there's just kills all over the place here for Luminosity, but that's to be expected given G2 are on a hard eco. Nothing invested in this round for the CT side apart from that deagle for Shoxy. He got some money last round, so it's not the end of the world for him to actually spend some this one.
Oh, Cold almost getting caught there. Seemed like a weird fight, but RPK going to be going down there. The scout Fallen, finding another kill. That's going to tie up the scoreline at 9-9. And just like that, at the snap of a finger, we're right back to a tied scoreline and what seems like a very open game. It's hard to call who's going to win this one.
Yeah, well, this is the half that Smith normally is one of those oppers that can just take over. I mean, we've talked a lot about Shox, a lot about Scream. Smith's on Dust2. It's historically just a map where he's pretty unreal. Oh, and that's going to help out. Why not Scream?
Right through the smoke. Fallen is just going to be shaking his head at that point. What can he really hope to do? And while Body, he's in a clever spot over here. Scream is going to be able to bait for him from the site. And hopefully, if they do commit to this bomb site, Luminosity, they will not be checking this corner, and Body will be able to shut them down. But it all comes down to just nerves of steel at this point. He needs to stick it out, and they are pushing onto the site. So Scream alone, not going to be able to pick up one, but Body with the big spray picks up 3, shuts them down. And now it's all on FNX in a 1v3.
The look paying out in style. It looked for a moment like he was waiting just long enough that Scream wasn't going to get any backup. But when you get a triple like that, it's going to be well worth it. Now FNX goes down to RPK, and it will be 10-9. G2 stepping up here early in the second half.
What a magnificent play from Body. It works out perfectly as well.
See the
What's the miscommunication? Yeah, where are they saying Body?
They don't know.
It's the crowd. I'll tell you right now, the crowd is loud enough to where it either doesn't come through, it's muffled a little bit. But that's why that call is just a little bit late for him to turn around.
That is one of the features of playing on land, by the way. That's something you need to have the experience to know that sometimes that'll just happen. And if you're new to it, obviously these guys aren't, but if you are new to it, that could be a really, really big problem. It could throw you off just expecting that maybe your teammates are going to be able to know more than they do. But honestly, that spray from Scream at the beginning of the round, I don't even know what that was. Like, that's not a common angle to just sit and spray at.
Not at all. But he nailed it.
I mean, that's kind of, it had to have been, he felt so uncomfortable because they swung so wide on him. He was expecting Body to be able to stop that. But I mean, Body recovers magnificently.
Got to give it to him. The chant is pretty sick right now.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's a crowd of, you know, a couple of thousand people here. It's incredible. 20th round here. And LG off to a good start. I mean, so good momentum early on, but they got to keep it up. Because if G2 get into double AWP territory, we know that Shox can AWP on this map too. If you have Smiths and Shox both going ham, then I don't know if there is an easy way out. Shox in the middle here, not really able to see anything, and the way that the bomb is in upper dark right now, I'm thinking this is going to be a B-split.
Yeah, likewise. Considering they haven't got anybody outside of long right now, it's definitely looking like they want to just try and go crashing through. Fallen could try and go off a catwalk or look to get an early peek. But the smoke goes down. Fallen could try and jump into CT, try to get the backstab in on Shox, but Shox seems to be prepared for it, so we'll see. Does it actually work? Fallen not finding any targets. Time is running out. 18 seconds left. They need to get onto this site. Taco's been spotted, but he will open it up. But Body will not actually manage to land the shot. Instead, it's Shoxy coming through.
Look at the time. 7 seconds here. The bomb will be planted. FNX in charge of that one. Taco, great kill, taking out Shox, and now RPK and Smiths. It's one of those things where you really want to be able to save this round, but unless you get a quick early kill on someone who's peeking too aggressively, and Fallen almost was, then it's not worth it at this point in time. And Taco with a great triple kill in this round.
Just opens up the side wide.
Not only that, but that peek outdoors and a 3-on-3 as well. I mean, that's one of those things where it looks great when you get the kill, but if you die there, then it starts to look sloppy, and then your team's really upset if you lose that round. But he finds the kill. It goes the right way for him.
We're getting that brawl. We're getting that brawl after all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said a boxing match here. I mean, we are in the UK. It's turning into sort of a pub fight, isn't it? Just absolute madness.
What is it? Everything in the bar stool?
Yeah.
I mean, but now G2, man, the pressure is going to be mounting on them because Luminosity, they've already shown that they have no fear, that they're just willing to charge forward and look for the fight. But like G2 esports, obviously, they're on an eco round now. They literally have a rifle to work with. Shox invests a little bit, but they only have pistols for the rest of the players here. So what are G2 going to be capable of when Luminosity are full bot, double AWP on the T side?
It might have to be a couple ecos as well, actually. That was a very, very hard reset. And you can see they're just playing it passively. They have to allow RPK time. They have to let RPK take the first battle. If anyone's going to be aggressive, it's got to be that M4 to get an opening pick to make things a little bit easier for the pistols to manage. So he's going to have to be very mobile in how he moves around the map to try and find something.
I kind of like the fact that the Luminosity are not even showing up in middle for this round, because that might be the one place against an eco where you can't control everything. Because if they got, you know, 3 people in middle, 2 on catwalk, and they put in a flashbang, I mean, you should still win the fight, but you're not entirely in control of what's happening, right? It could be a little bit too much. So this is a very, very safe way to play it right now. They're giving G2 very few chances to do anything. There's still that M4 on RPK, so if they go out long and they take too many fights against him, I think that's the only way this could turn out well for G2.
He's going to have to do... Okay, so Scream is in that sneaky position behind the fire.
Scream with the dig in the Kerrigan spot. No, there it is, but coldzera figures it out fast enough. Saves himself in the end. Will open things up, and now it's RPK on the site, holding slope. He's got that M4 if they try and run up. 30 seconds again, Luminosity, man. They are really running this clock down, and Body just comes out of nowhere and picks up a kill on Fur.
Oh my, this is getting very scary now. They can't do anything. Elevator boost coming up here. Shox, a little bit too much fire going on, so gonna have to wait for a bit. They make the cross through, and Body going down to Fallen, but Smith is there, picks up the one shot. He's gonna go down. There's almost no time, and then will win the round work. It's gonna be coldzera with a triple and Fallen with a double. Very, very close there. I mean, they've got to be careful with that little time left. You can't really make any mistakes.
Well, Cold is the deciding factor there, because he's just in pit. He's just holding that bomb site, waiting for anyone to swing wide as LG's crossing, as they're trying to run up the ramp. He's the one who picks RPK off. That M4 does absolutely nothing for G2. So really, really big role to play in that round.
Now, RPK really trying to force it seems.
Yep.
Rather than be patient and wait, but sometimes you have to go in for the I mean, you just have to try and make the play, and they're going for a similar setup as last time. RPK and Scream working on Catwalk here.
I mean, RPK did peek with the flash at least, but another chance for Scream with the Deagle, and actually it's RPK who's going to clean it out.
Actually, no assist for Scream either. Did he even get the tag? Ah.
Oh well.
Oh well, right? Yeah, it's like shake your head, Taco. Okay. Nobody was there to get the refrag for you either, so you know you die in vain.
Smith just pushed up quite far into A-long, house here as well, so got to be careful. That's such a good position, but I feel like people almost always misplay it. But because you can see the shadow on the ground before the player walks out, you have like a second to react, but people always seem to be a bit slow in reacting anyway. But I kind of like it with a pistol, you know, it gives you a chance at least.
Yeah, but in a round like this, when it's all pistols, you almost want to see him take that risk, right? You almost want to see him gamble and go for the flank, because now, especially with no one on Catwalk, no one in the A site to delay this or give you any information, like his flank, it's going to come in, but it's
useless.
Yeah, LG's going to plant the bomb and have plenty of time to turn around and be aware that that flank is a possibility.
Nicely done there by Cold. Keeps his cool. Smith's nowhere to be found, in fact. And so most of G2, yeah, not even charging through. It looks like Shoxy, he was able to recover Taco's AK. So Luminosity, well, I mean, not many places in Lower Dark where you can actually just like pick up the AK and throw it away to make it so that G2 can't pick it up. But still, they should be able to save an AK at least for the next round. Give that over to Scream with the shots that he was hitting on T side. More of that.
You see Cold making his model a little bit smaller by looking all the way into the ground instead of just looking straight ahead. So that's just a cool little technicality there. I kind of like that. Oh, Smith's. All right. Sending a personal message to Cold Zero. Don't get complacent.
Oh. Fallen, is he going to be able to make it over there? Can they pick it up? Yeah. Okay, there's one. And he can't find the second one. They lose an AWP.
He dropped it, I think, to throw the other op farther down long, so the bomb would blow it up towards pit. But the bomb also knocked his away. That's what I'm assuming happened. I didn't get to see it, but that would be the somewhat logical, I guess, explanation.
Unfortunate turn of events, yeah.
Breakdown, I like it.
Oh.
12-10.
No, okay. Smoke, playing it safe, G2. 12-10 and Body holding so low on B site, and RPK and Scream continue to put pressure on Catwalk. This seems to be a go-to play here for G2. They've been successful so far, and they had pistols in the last round, but this time around there will be a smoke there to block off Taco, so no easy shots for G2 to start things off. Instead, there's the flash, and Taco now moving forward, but there is a man ready to pounce. That's Shoxy on the other side of the mid doors. If his two teammates on Catwalk were able to actually, draw attention to themselves, he might be able to just find an opportunity to get a peek real quick and maybe pick up a kill.
Oh, wow. There's definitely going to be a fight in here, isn't there? Scream looking to move closer. Taco right down there as well. G2, they're all going to peek at the same time, but Fallen, he picks up one shot, and it's taking too long. Cold for the kill, and RPK to go down. Yeah. That looked like it could have gone either way, but I mean, just the peaks were close to being synchronized, but there was like a second gap between mid and Catwalk, and that was too much.
It felt a little forced, like that went on for too long. Like G2's opportunity to pounce was a little bit earlier, and just sticking around that long, not finding correct fights, and then swinging very wide on Catwalk just to kind of force it, even though they were clearly outmatched. A little bit of a bummer, but you could see the idea. Find a timing. Maybe the first peek is on Shox, where he gets one kill, and then everyone from Catwalk peeks down. And even Smith is going to fall here, and it's a clean out from FNX. And Luminosity now with control. And for a team who I talked about, and in the past, they've had trouble with their T side on Dust2, it does not look like it here. They've only dropped one round.
Yeah, that's incredible. What a streak from them. Picking up the pistol, 3. They dropped the first buy round from G2. But then now they just lock out the remaining 4, and this is looking dominant on their side. And, well, we will have the force coming out here from G2, really committing to this, and Smith will find a shot on FNX. So there's a strong start, at least for G2 in this key round. They cannot allow Luminosity to get past 13 rounds here. If Luminosity get up onto 14, that's far too close.
Look at Cold sneaking into B as a response to the mid-aggression and takes out Scream. That's going to be so annoying.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating. And no, this is the thing. It's almost like G2 can't let that kind of 5-on-4 slip away. But now that it's 4-on-4, look at what G2 has to work with. They have one flashbang on RPK, and they have no kits. So Smith has got to find something, and it looks like him and Body, their only option at the moment is to push into upper B. They have to find some kind of intel, because RPK and Shox can't. But look at, I mean, Cold's waiting for him. Cold is watching for this. Although, as he retreats, the timing might just be perfect for this push.
Might be able to actually, yeah, get in here fairly deep. Not going to spot anybody out. Do they work all the way into lower dark? That's the question. It looks like Body will actually try to apply some pressure here, and Fur might get caught by this, although now he's looking for the flank. So, oh no, the timing, he looks away. That's CS for you in a nutshell right there.
But look at RBK out on long here. He's going to have the struggle of his life here. FAMAS and 3 members coming around the corner. He sprays, he takes down one, but he can't get the follow-up. Now Shox is up here, and there is a bit of backup here. Luminosity still having a hard time winning this round. 30 seconds, they're going to try for the smoke and the flash to try and see if they can get cross. Shox up on the site, going for the FAMAS spray, but not quite connecting. Cold will take him out, and it's back into a 2-on-2 jump shot with the AW from Smith inside the smoke. The flank coming out from Body as well, and he's got a clear shot, taking out Fallen. It's all on Cold here, 1-on-2. They need this to close out the map, and Cold spraying, not quite connecting yet. There's so much time on that bomb still left, and G2, they're just going to move up together here, trying to see if they can get a little bit of teamwork in. Cold getting close. There's the one shot. He sprays. Oh, he's out. Comes out with the pistol instead. He's got no HP, and Body moving closer. Cold. He can't. Oh, there's the shot. Cold Zero for the quad kill. Luminosity are going to make it to 14 rounds. That's a ridiculous 1-on-2.
The presence of mind, though, in that 1-on-2, when they finally do, like, look at this. He's tapping. He has 4 bullets left at a certain point. And when they finally do commit, he's tapping, he's not spraying. And he gets that first headshot on Smith so quickly, and he's still trying to tap away at Body, so he knows how low his ammunition is.
Oh,
I mean,
so sick.
The control to tap in that situation is insanity.
Oh, wow, and it's just the all-out blitz now. LG, this is it. They know that they've got G2 by the throat. So Scream is skimped. I mean, he's skimped on the firepower at least. Smith has got the scout, and he will find the headshot. Well, the shot at least on Fur. So 1 kill. There's a nice flash setup as well, but he will miss that one. So a 3-on-3 now with Luminosity really trying to power through. Scream might be able to get the headshot, and he will actually catch out Cold. It's the help of Body as well. And he will recover an AK as well, so this is actually getting crazy, guys.
Well, I mean, look at FNX and Fallen. They're like, okay, now we have no mid, no catwalk control. We can't push up long. And they're going to go for the long game. And no one's able to spot this. Body isn't peeking down. He doesn't have an op, or he doesn't have any kind of scope, so he doesn't want to challenge against it. One more test for Body in this B bomb site.
Right. Is he going to be able to get in the position in time? That's the question. They have a single flash. There's the Molotov. Now he knows that they're going to commit, and it's all about this first shot, and he misses it. FNX walks out, takes him out immediately. Smith's attempting to get cute with the scout. Scream looking for the lucky shots through the smoke, but it's just not going to happen just yet. That bomb looks like it will get planted, and what is this? The barbecue forces them out into the site, and Scream is not going to be able to get the clutch. It's Fallen instead with the double.
That Molotov is so perfect. And it's far enough behind them that they can't fall back, or else they just take too much damage and more than likely die. So they have to push forward. It accelerates the retake.
That's insane, isn't it?
That's yeah, actually, if that's intended.
So mad. I can't believe it.
Intended?
I don't think so. I think it was just a very fortunate bounce.
Yeah, I don't think you could. It's too risky. Throwing these Molotovs that explode mid-air is so hard to do. Fallen opening up. We are at 15-10. It is map point here. LG looking to bring us into a 5th map here in the grand finals. Winning just 1 more round would do it. Smith is going to be taken down further. They want to fight for overtime here, G2, and they've had a very good, I mean, that first half for them was incredible. But this second half, Luminosity have just shown what they can do on the T side. And it's been hard for G2 to keep up.
A total collapse. They've still only picked up a single round on their CT side. That is insane. And do we actually have the lurk? No, 3 players will be moving up. And yeah, this is Taco just throwing a fake, just trying to make noise over here to keep them honest on the B site. But in the meantime, Luminosity pushing out onto long towards A with 3 players.
And this is not good for G2. RPK on the Smiths don't have great weapons to cover the cross. If there's not Smiths with an AWP up there, that would have been interesting. Just rifles.
So what the real problem is going to be if they have to retake this bomb site, which is looking likely, or they're just going to have to fight for it. They don't have any flashes to retake, so they have to take these duels, and it's just Luminosity systematically shutting them down.
It was like trading places, right? All of a sudden, they're the terrorists trying to run up Cat, and you got the CT guy sitting by cars with the op. Paul was like, great, I'll take those shots all day.
Triple kill for Fallen, who has been carrying his team. He is the captain here, and he has been top fragging for a very long time here on Dust2. It's on Shox in a 1-on-3 to try and keep it alive. Otherwise, we'll go to a 5th map in the grand finals. Shox tabs out 1, and that's a deadly kill. Goes for the 2nd, and he's moving closer, looking for the quad clutch here. FNX, the last man alive. He's going to tap the bomb once. Shox. You've got to be kidding. He takes the quad kill. And that is it going to keep the dream alive? I think he'll have just enough time for the defuse here. Still a game here on Dust2, as Shoxy shows exactly what he's made of.
What is this? That is so dirty. I'm wondering why Fallen, the bomb is planted for platform out long. I figured Fallen would have just stayed out there.
Shoxy is a god. What a monster. And well, Cold starts it off. He takes out Smith. So it's not over yet. Shox may have kept G2 in this fight, but Luminosity, they can still end it. They've got the man advantage here. And so now it's all about G2 trying to keep their cool. Shoxy's still alive and Body's got the op now. But they just need to pace themselves, G2, and we'll see when they decide to take the risk, because they are gearing up for another push into Upper Dark. So will that be successful?
Oh, Taco playing on the stairwell here. What a click! Takes out Body. It's so insane, isn't it? What are we watching? It's just round for round that they managed to do this. Scream now going here, seeing if he could pick up another rifle, I think, and just try and see if he could escape with it. The AWP back there. But 3 on 5, Moses, you're giggling.
How many one-taps are we going to watch in this map? It's been insane.
No idea. This is incredible. But it does seem like it is drawing to a close unless we can have another magical play. Shoxy's in a great spot up in Goose. And not too many players from G2 actually playing from it. And yeah, all 3 on this A side. But Scream, he's got the AWP, and he misses the mid-air shot.
Oh no, Scream, and they do just edge him out now. Shox again alone here. That's the bomb moving in. Why is the bomb going in first alone with 30 seconds left? This could legitimately lose them the round, but Fallen just gonna get the shot. I don't know why Shox lost his mind. Then RPK alone, and he goes for it, but it will be Luminosity. 16-11 here. And we're going on to Inferno as the last and deciding map at the ESL Pro League. I cannot believe that they managed to do that. Luminosity, it looked like they were going to get edged out of the first half, but second half was so good for them.
And that's where it's towards that second half. I mean, the second half was just all-out dominance. 32 kills, 13 deaths for Fallen, Cold with 26 and 16. Whereas on G2,